What's up everybody, this is Mike and today you're finding me on the beach, of course, once again, because I came all the way here to test all of the intelligent flight modes of the new DJI MAVIC Air. We have the whole beach to ourselves. It's literally not a single person on this beach, so I'm looking forward to playing a lot more with the DJI MAVIC Air and showing you every single intelligent flight mode that this drone has. So let's go and see what the drone has in store. So what are all of the intelligent flight modes in the DJI MAVIC Air? Well, we have normal, we have quick shot, active track, smart capture, tripod, cinematic mode, top fly and point of interest. So we'll start with quick shots. Those are some automated sequences that allow you to capture some nice cinematic footage automatically without doing anything, without flying manually. The drone flies by itself and I really like them. They're very easy to use and very cool actually. So first off we have Droney, which basically flies away from you by also getting some nice altitude in the process. So it's really nice cinematic and allows you to show your location very nicely from above and from a large distance. You can choose between the final distance that you want to go to with the drone. So in this case I chose 150 meters. Here is the result. The second quick shot mode is called circle and it's very basic. It just makes a circle at the same altitude that you have chosen. You have the choice to go clockwise or anti-clockwise, and although it's very simple, it's also very nice when done in the right location. The next quick shot is called Helix. It basically flies around your subject in a spiral while also gaining altitude. And once again here you can choose your distance and your direction. You can choose between clockwise or anti-clockwise rotation. And here I made a small mistake. Look at the distance. I chose 70 meters, which was quite a long distance, and I had some obstacles just on the right of me. I had to restart and I had to choose a smaller distance so the mode can work better in this location. But I was actually happy with how the drone performed, and even though it didn't work how it was supposed to, it stopped and didn't crash by itself. So the sensors work quite well and they stopped on time. Next we have the rocket quick shot mode, and here I'm particularly happy with how the result turned out. Just look at the shadows and how well they are distinguished against the sand. I really like the final result and I'm going to use this shot in my future videos for sure. Next we have the Boomerang quick shot, which is one of the new ones in the DJI MAVIC Air. So far the four modes that I've talked about have been present in the DJI Spark, but those two that are following are the new ones in the MAVIC Air. So first off we have Boomerang, which flies around a subject in an upwardly sloped oval with the video finishing at the start point. And the final quick shot mode that we have on the DJI MAVIC Air is called Asteroid. This is a new one and I really like the effect that it has. So basically it just starts like the Droney quick shot, so it just goes away and gains some altitude, but then it starts taking photos just like the panorama mode and it stitches them together and it includes that in the video. The result is that little planet effect that we have seen in the panoramic modes in the Spark and now in the MAVIC Air. I really like the final result and it's definitely something unique that you don't see every day. Well, now that we have the MAVIC Air, you might start seeing that every day, but so far, to me, it's still interesting and I have actually shared that shot on my social media and there were quite a lot of people asking how this is done, so it's still quite interesting and new. And that's it for the quick shots. Next, we start with active track. And that is basically the drone following the subject that you have selected. It could be anything, it could be a car, a person, any other object. As long as the drone can detect it, it would follow it automatically. And here we have three different options. We have trace, profile and spotlight. They allow you to follow the object in a different manner. But the thing that I like the most about active track is that you can follow the object and fly the drone simultaneously, so the drone can actually rotate around the object that you're following and allow you to create those shots that otherwise would have been a bit more difficult to get. So now here I'm following my girlfriend with the drone, so I'm not worried about flying the drone, I'm just rotating around her, and I really like the final result. So like I mentioned, we have 3 different options in active track. The first one is called trace, which just basically tracks the subjects from in front or behind. You can move the slider, which you can see on the screen, and circle around the subject. The profile active track follows the object from the side, and it's very basic. You can also rotate the drone a bit, but it starts from the side. And in spotlight, the camera stays facing forward a subject, and the flight direction can be controlled independently. So those are the 3 active track modes that you can choose from. Each of those has some different unique capabilities, but all of them are really nice if you want to track something that is moving and create some nice cinematic footage that is very dynamic and good looking and smooth. Following the active track mode, we have smart capture mode, which is basically gesture control. And although I'm definitely not a huge fan of gesture controls, here the gestures work very well, very smooth, very responsive, and the drone actually moves quite well when compared with the gesture controls found in the DJI Spark. So here I was just testing if the drone will follow me with my palm in the air, and it was actually very responsive. I had no complaints whatsoever. Just make sure when you use smart capture, there's plenty of light around you so the drone can actually recognize you. And maybe it's a good idea to put on the propeller guards in case the drone acts weird and crashes so you don't break it. Next, we have the tripod mode, which reduces the flight speed and the sensitivity of the controls so you can get more stable shots. And I like this mode a lot. And even though this is not a good location for flying in tripod mode, I tested it nevertheless, and it works quite well, especially if you're shooting in tight spaces. Then this tripod mode, it really works well in those situations. So in case you're looking for a stable and nice shot and you're in a tight space, you might want to try it. Coming up next, we have cinematic mode, and I'm really not a fan of this mode, to be honest. In this mode, you can shoot more stable and smooth photos and videos because the yaw speed of your aircraft will be slower and the braking distance will be longer. So basically your drone will respond slower to your commands and the stick movements. Personally, I'm not a huge fan, but still, that's the cinematic mode. And next we have top fly, which is another mode, unfortunately, that I don't really like. It basically flies the drone for you. You have to tap on the screen and show where you want the drone to go, and it's very easy to use. You simply need to select the speed that you want to achieve with the drone. You have the slider on the right side of the screen, and you have 4 different modes of flying. So you can go forward, reverse, free, or coordinate. And the final intelligent flight mode that we have in the DJI MAVIC Air is called point of interest, in which the drone will rotate itself around a point that you have selected. It's a very nice mode, very stable and very smooth, and it shows you quite a lot of data even before you start flying. You can of course choose the direction, the speed, the altitude and the radius of the drone when flying in point of interest mode, and that's it. Finally, I want to include some sport mode footage, and even though this is not a intelligent flight mode, I really find it very interesting. I've always liked sport mode and all of the drones that I've flown so far, maybe because of the size, but the drone reacts very quickly. It's very stable in the air. It's so quick and it rips around. Just the feeling is sensational, to be honest. Just make sure you can find a large open area and give it a try. You won't regret it. And there you have it, guys. Those are all the intelligent flight modes in the DJI MAVIC Air. Personally, I had a lot of fun flying and testing everything in the drone. That being said, please drop a like on this video. Ask me any questions you might have about the MAVIC Air in the comments below, and I'll be sure to respond as soon as possible. And stick around for more videos like this one. Take it easy, guys. See you in my next video.